Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, my name is Dr. Yunus Etanko. I'm the National Chairman of the National Conscience Party. Let me quickly assert that Mr. President, for the opted time, had been calling of the Electoral Act in order to improve our electoral system. Now, it seems to us, and verifiably so, that some members of the National Assembly and some members of the executive who may have vested interest in their candidates who they presume may run for election in 2023 are now playing games with the Nigerian people. The president may have good intention as regard to unifying our electoral system, but unfortunately, this particular interest group they have put several clauses into the document, making it difficult for Mr. President to sign the document because it did not protect the interests of their own principal. Unfortunately, Mr. President has gotten a window of opportunity towards the last year to quickly have appended his signature on the document and then deal with other issues. But now that vested interests have now become more, the document will keep on going back and front until there is time delay and the document will not be useful anymore. So Mr. President should quickly summon courage and protect the sanctity of our democracy and sign the document into law for posterity and for the protection of our democracy in the future. When you ask as regard to what the Nigerian people are meant to gain with regard to the electronic system of transmission of results, cast your mind back to Edo and Ondo elections. Prior to this, there have been serious allegations as regard to the processes of collation of results. This collation of results starts from the polling station where the polling agent and the agent will count these results one by one. When they finish counting, every agent is expected to append his signature at the polling station and you paste it. Then you go to a collation center at the local government. Within that collation center, a lot of magic happens. What you get at the polling station will just dramatically change. And then the result of what people have counted at the polling station will completely change at the last election. But when it comes to Endo and Ondo, INEC was more or less technologically inclined, and they introduced what they call Z-pad. That Z-pad, the moment you paste the result on the wall, they will snap it and transmit it to their server. So it made it easier and it eliminated that particular cantankerous collation center. So the people, by the time the election will have been announced, they will see the result of what they voted for and what was announced at the polling station equitable to the general result that is being announced. So that boosts their morale. That gives them confidence into the processes. That tells them that they can be easily, if they vote, their vote will count. So invariably, putting that particular electoral transmission of results into an electoral law will give confidence into the electoral process. And that way also, it will eliminate our courts from deciding the fate of our election when it can easily be announced at the polling station. That is where election is won and defeated.